Alright, so this recording will show you how to reformat columns so that you can get each semester fitting on one sheet. So after you run your report, run up your class, your sign in, sign out, you will get something like this. You start by downloading as an Excel document. You can name it accordingly. I typically would put it into my documents, call it the class that you want to use. In this case, Electric 4. Once that's happening, and it's going to open in Excel, you would want to enable editing, and then you're going to find out where your midway point is. So if you highlight just the cells in a particular row, on the bottom you can see your count is 54 in this case, so half of that, as in our apprentice classes, is 27. So if we highlight, and we can see that's 28, so I'd have to go one to the left of that, and that would be 27. So that would actually be my midpoint. For a visual reminder or just reference, I usually highlight it. So I know this is going to be my first half of the year, this will be the second half. So now what we need to do is create some space in between this column so we can fit the names over there. So you're going to select the row at the top, right click it, and do an insert. Repeat that, because when you copy over the first column, it always goes over two of them. So now that I have a space created for the names, I'll highlight all of them. This is going to, I picked a particularly big class for this because there'll be another part of this if necessary. But after I copy it, you can see it's selected with the lines going around it. I'm just going to click in this first row here and Control C was copy, Control V will paste. So all the names are in there, and then you can test just to make sure you didn't accidentally mess up or paste over. We still have 27 there, 27 there. At that point, what I will do is go into there to this first row, and they are merged. So you may not necessarily have to do that. Actually, let's see what happens if we don't. So if we don't merge it, you can just widen, but yeah, see, you're getting into some problems here a little bit. No, I guess we're okay. So you don't necessarily have to merge it or unmerge it there. Then we do have the names showing up, and let's just double check one more time. 27. So there is actually a hidden column here. It won't have any effect really. You could delete it if you wanted to, but it doesn't matter because we still have 27. Alright, so now that we have our two sides of this set up, some minor formatting things. I've always seen that the names are squished into there, so I'll select the first row that's happening in, and make sure that you're selecting in the side here that controls it all, because if you just click in one cell, it doesn't highlight the whole row, but now if you click on the side where the number is, it does. So I'm going to scroll down. Once that's selected, hold the Shift key so it will select all of them, and I'm going to change the row height to 22. And I've also noticed that up here we're kind of missing, these are kind of squished as well. So I typically will just go into here and do that as a row height. Actually, I think you can, yep, you can right click and get to your row height that way also. So that makes that fit. And then we'll just copy the heading from up here, Control C and Control V where we want to put it. And for printing purposes, so that we don't try to fit these parts on there, this extension of this box here, this bordering, we'll select those three columns and hide that. Alright, so if we didn't have a super long class, I'm just going to unhighlight this now. If we didn't have a super long class, this left side would fit on one page and the right side would fit on another page. However, what we're going to see here, and we'll go through the same process. So what you would do is just highlight all the contents that you want to print on that page, Do a file print, and instead of in the settings, the active sheet, we want the selection. So we want to fit everything that we just highlighted, and you'll see here, actually you might think that that's okay, but now if we do fit all columns on one page, it kind of added another one there. So you would have cut that off before. So if all the names fit on one page, you'd be good to go. However, what you see is we have this whole other sheet there that really has to be printed. So you actually could print this. It just doesn't have the dates up at the top, so that will be another step. You'll notice here the second page does not have dates. However, though, if the all the names did fit on one, you would just, after you printed this side, you would just highlight this right side in the same way, and then you would print selection. All your print settings would be in there, and you'd be done. As a review, you're downloading the Excel document, you're finding out where your midway point is, and if you had a 48 night class, obviously be at 24. You're inserting 2 columns after that point, and then copying and pasting this column of information over into here. Then when you're printing, you just highlight the selection area. I'm just going to do this for just now for time, for speed, and we do file print, print selection, and fit all columns on one page. Hope that helps, and good luck.